In a world that praises control, hustle, and relentless pursuit, there is a surprising secret that few dares to embrace. The true power lies in surrender. Imagine this. What if everything you've been struggling to grasp, every goal you've been chasing, could come to you simply by letting go? It sounds paradoxical, almost too good to be true. We are taught from a young age to fight harder, push further, and never give up. Yet sometimes the most profound breakthrough happens when you release your grip and trust the flow of life. Surrender does not mean weakness or defeat. It is not about giving up on your dreams or abandoning your responsibilities. Instead, surrender is a bold act of wisdom, an acceptance of what is beyond your control, paired with a readiness to receive what life offers. It is the realization that fighting against the current often leads to exhaustion and frustration, but flowing with it opens doors to unexpected opportunities and abundance. Think about the times you've held on to something so tightly, a plan, a relationship, an expectation, only to feel more stressed, more anxious, and more stuck. What if the key to freedom is simply to loosen your grip? To trust that by releasing control, the universe can work in ways you never imagined. This is the magic of surrender. It is a paradox where giving up control leads to gaining everything you truly desire. It teaches us to let go of resistance, to embrace uncertainty, and to create space for miracles to happen. When you stop fighting and start allowing peace replaces struggle, clarity replaces confusion, and opportunities begin to flow naturally toward you. In today's video, we will explore how surrendering, far from being a sign of weakness, is a courageous, transformative step that can open the doors to peace, growth, and fulfillment. You will discover why letting go is not giving up, but giving yourself the freedom to receive the life you deserve. Are you ready to experience the magic of surrender? Let's dive in. 1. Concept of surrender in life. The word surrender often conjures images of defeat, giving up, or weakness. It feels counterintuitive and even uncomfortable. After all, society teaches us from a young age that strength means holding on tightly, never yielding, always fighting to control the outcomes we desire. But what if surrender is one of the strongest acts you can perform? What if surrender is not about losing, but about winning in a deeper, more profound way, a way that transforms your life from the inside out? At its core, surrender means releasing the tight grip you have on control, expectations, and resistance. It means accepting reality as it truly is, as you wish it to be, and opening yourself up to whatever comes next without fear, judgment, or hesitation. This acceptance is not resignation or passivity. Rather, surrender is a conscious, courageous choice to stop fighting what you cannot change, and instead focus your energy where it truly matters, on your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. Imagine surrender as a flowing river. It doesn't bash itself against every rock or barrier. Instead, it moves effortlessly around obstacles, finding its way forward without resistance. When you surrender, you stop exhausting yourself by pushing against the current of life and start working in harmony with its natural rhythm. This shift creates space for growth, clarity, and opportunities you might never have imagined. Surrender opens doors that once forced them. Across centuries, many spiritual and philosophical traditions have recognized surrender as the gateway to peace. Stoicism, in particular, teaches us to embrace surrender as a practical tool for living well. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, reminded himself daily that the universe is in constant flux. Clinging too tightly to desires or outcomes only breeds suffering. To live a fulfilling life, one must learn to accept change, uncertainty, and loss as inevitable parts of existence. This radical acceptance frees us from needless mental anguish and helps us navigate life's challenges with grace. But surrender is more than just acceptance. It is about trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process of life, and trust in the unfolding of your journey. This trust invites you to let go of anxiety and the illusion of control, replacing them with calmness, openness, and resilience. It is the willingness to embrace uncertainty without fear, knowing that you can respond to whatever arises with strength and wisdom. Consider the immense freedom that comes when you release the need to force outcomes. How much energy have you wasted trying to micromanage every detail or control situations beyond your reach? When you surrender, you reclaim your power, not as domination over life's circumstances, but as mastery over your inner world. You become present in the moment, adaptable to change, and peaceful regardless of external chaos. Surrender also teaches humility. It reminds us that despite our best efforts, some things are simply beyond human control. This humility is not defeat, but a powerful acknowledgement of our place within a vast, interconnected universe. By embracing this, you gain a sense of belonging and harmony that transcends individual struggles. Moreover, surrender is a practice, not a one-time event. It requires patience, self-compassion, and continual awareness. Sometimes surrender comes easily. Other times it challenges us to confront our deepest fears and attachments. But each time you choose to surrender, even in small moments, you reinforce your resilience and deepen your inner peace. In practical terms, surrender might look like pausing before reacting, releasing grudges, or accepting outcomes that differ from your expectations. It means cultivating mindfulness to recognize when resistance arises and gently letting it go. Through meditation, reflection, and daily conscious choices, surrender becomes a natural way of being rather than a rare act. Ultimately, surrender is not about giving up your dreams or desires. It's about letting go of the obsession with how and when they must manifest. It's about opening your heart to possibilities beyond your imagination and trusting that life will guide you to what you truly need. In the upcoming sections, we will explore practical methods to cultivate surrender in your daily life, from mindset shifts to specific habits. And reveal how this simple yet profound change can transform your relationships, reduce stress, and bring a lasting sense of fulfillment. So prepare to step into a new way of living, one where letting go is the beginning of receiving, and where surrendering is the pathway to your greatest strength and peace. 2. How to surrender properly. Surrendering properly is not merely a simple act. It is both an art and a continuous process that demands patience, mindfulness, and self-compassion. It is not something you accomplish once and then forget. Rather, it is an ongoing journey, a series of moments in which you choose to let go and accept what is without being consumed by anxiety or internal struggle. The first step in surrendering is to recognize what you cannot control. This might be external circumstances, other people's actions, or the outcomes of your efforts. Accepting these realities calmly without resistance or denial frees you from unnecessary suffering. When we try to control what is beyond our reach, we only create more tension, exhaustion, and emotional pain. After acknowledging what lies beyond your control, the next vital step is practicing acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean agreeing with or liking your current situation. It simply means you stop fighting against reality. It is the quiet acknowledgement that things are unfolding as they are, even if it feels uncomfortable or painful. This acceptance serves as a steady anchor, allowing you to maintain peace even as life's storms rage around you. Mindfulness and meditation play crucial roles in supporting this process. By focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts without judgment, you learn to release attachments and reduce mental clutter. This creates a calm, peaceful, and clear mental space, essential for facing life's challenges with composure and wisdom. Another key aspect of proper surrender is shifting your mindset from resisting to allowing. Instead of forcing control over every situation, invite life to unfold naturally. This does not mean passivity or giving up, but rather actively pursuing your goals without being overwhelmed by anxiety or the need to micromanage every detail. This balance between effort and letting go makes you more adaptable and resilient. Self-compassion is essential throughout this journey. Be gentle and forgiving with yourself whenever old habits of control or worry resurface. Surrender is not about instant perfection. It is a skill cultivated over time through repeated practice and experience. Forgiving and accepting your imperfections enables you to move forward without being weighed down by past mistakes or fears. Finally, cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for the surrender process itself. Appreciate the lessons learned, the growth experienced, and the new possibilities that open when you let go. Gratitude transforms surrender from a feeling of loss into a liberating and empowering choice. When you surrender properly, you open the door to true freedom, profound peace, and a life aligned with your authentic purpose. It is the path to mastering yourself and living a fulfilled and meaningful life. 3. The practical benefits of surrender. Surrendering might sound like a simple concept, but its practical benefits extend deeply into every aspect of your life. When you truly learn to let go, to release control over what you cannot change, you open yourself to a vast world of possibilities, personal growth, and lasting peace that many never experience. One of the most immediate and profound benefits of surrender is emotional freedom. When you stop resisting the things outside your control, such as past mistakes, other people's actions, or uncertain futures, you relieve your mind of unnecessary tension. Anxiety, frustration, and mental exhaustion begin to lift, replaced by a calm and centered state of being. Instead of feeling trapped in endless cycles of worry or anger, you gain a liberating sense of relief and spaciousness within. This emotional freedom greatly improves your decision-making capacity. A peaceful mind free from fear and attachment can see opportunities and solutions. Things a mind clouded by stress and resistance simply cannot. When you surrender, your choices become more aligned with your authentic values, enabling wiser, more thoughtful decisions that serve your long-term well-being. Beyond your mind, surrender profoundly deepens your relationships. When you let go of the need to control or judge others, you create space for genuine empathy and understanding to flourish. Instead of trying to change people or force them into molds that satisfy your expectations, you accept them as they are. This acceptance fosters trust, harmony, and deeper, more authentic connections with those around you. On a physical level, surrender positively affects your health. Stress is one of the major contributors to illness and chronic conditions. By embracing acceptance and letting go of resistance, you lower your stress levels, which in turn improves your sleep quality, boosts your immune system, and enhances overall well-being. The body relaxes, tension melts away, and energy flows more freely when the mind ceases its constant battle. Spiritually, surrender links you to a greater flow, a universal current of life or cosmic order. This connection brings profound peace and a feeling of being supported and held no matter what challenges arise. It is an experience of trust beyond intellectual understanding, a knowing that you are part of something larger and that everything is unfolding as it should. Lastly, surrender cultivates resilience and adaptability, two essential qualities for navigating the unpredictable nature of life. Instead of breaking under pressure or resisting change, those who surrender learn to bend with life's winds, bounce back faster from setbacks, and emerge stronger from every trial. Surrender teaches flexibility, grace, and the courage to move forward despite uncertainty. In essence, surrender is not about giving up or losing. It is about giving yourself the precious gift of peace, clarity, and strength, a gift that transforms every dimension of your life for the better. By embracing surrender, you step into a life marked by freedom, wisdom, and deep fulfillment. Peace is not a random gift bestowed upon us by fate. It is a conscious choice, a daily commitment to surrender and trust. The true magic of surrender lies in its paradox. By letting go, you gain control over your mind, your emotions, and your life's direction. When you release the urge to control every detail, every outcome, you free yourself from a prison of stress, anxiety, and resistance. This freedom creates space for growth, for new opportunities, and for joy to flow naturally into your life. Surrender allows you to align with the natural rhythm of the universe, rather than exhausting yourself by swimming against the current. It's important to remember that surrender is not synonymous with giving up or passivity. Instead, it is the highest form of strength and wisdom, an active, courageous choice to accept life as it is with all its uncertainties and imperfections. It is the wisdom to know what you can change and the serenity to accept what you cannot. Every moment you practice surrender, you build resilience and inner peace. You learn to move gracefully through life's challenges, adapting rather than resisting, growing rather than shrinking. This creates an unshakable mind that stands firm in the face of chaos and remains centered amid life's storms. So today, commit to surrender. Embrace trust over fear, acceptance over resistance, and openness over control. Watch how this simple but powerful shift transforms your life in ways you never imagined, bringing peace, clarity, and abundance into every corner of your world. Your journey toward true freedom and fulfillment begins the moment you choose to let go.